So Town are taking on Bristol City. The first time we played them since 2023. Obviously, last time we played them, we beat them 1-0. I think it was Brody who scored that day. And then we were all singing to the Bristol fans about Mark Ashton saying that he left because they were shit. And now, obviously, they're on a different bit of a run. And at the moment, they've started really, really well. I think they're 4th in the table at the moment. They're a point off Cov, who was 2nd. So, you know, they'll have aspirations about going up, certainly top 6, maybe top 2. Out of the 7 games they've played, they've won 3, drawn 3, and lost 1. Their only loss come last time out at Ashton Gate, where they lost 3-1 at home to Oxford United. And their last game, they were away and they drew that 0-0. So they'll be looking to get back to winning ways. They've got a good team. For us, though, it's can we travel? Because this season, we've not travelled well at all. I know I didn't do a full match review. Apologies, the games just come thick and fast in the champ sometimes, don't they? But didn't get a chance to do a match review. I mean, I thought Town performed really well against Portsmouth, and it could have been 3-4, maybe even 5-1. But it was a bit disappointing that we conceded another goal. You know, clean sheets seem to be something we're a bit allergic to this season, which is a concern. And we've just got to make sure that we get off that coach and we hit them and attack them from minute 1. Because if we let Bristol settle and we let them start playing with the ball, they're going to find those pockets of space. And as I've said many times on this channel this season, for Town, if you want to score against us, you either just need to get a set piece, get a corner or a free kick or something close to the box, or throw the ball in over the top. If you throw a long ball over the top and our defenders have to chase, then we're in trouble. The lineup has now been released as well. So pretty much what I was expecting. I wanted Kipre to stay, but I just didn't see it happening. You know, we saw that they let Burgess go for Jacob Greaves. So I couldn't see Kipre keeping his space. Maybe we can speak to the EFL and say, well, Jacob Greaves, because it was straight red, deserves a 3-game ban. But no, look, I kid. I'll back him today, you know, like I do each time he's wearing that shirt. And hopefully he does have a good game. I just think Kipre brought the best out of Dara O'Shea, and we looked a lot. I know we conceded against Portsmouth, but I thought we looked a lot more solid. So that was a bit of a, not a surprise really, but I didn't want it to happen. Nunes, I said he would come in because, you know, we know that Jens isn't the Saturday, Tuesday type of player. And, you know, Nunes deserves to start. I think he's looked tidied in the few cameos that he's played. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares today. And I was expecting McAteer to start because obviously Wally Egley had his first start on the weekend. I think it'd be a lot to ask him to start again in such a short time. I am surprised to see Jack Clark start, but I do get it. You know, give Jaden a rest. And it'll be good, you know, having Jaden come off the bench would be amazing. And Azon, I was expecting that start as well. I think he's been close, was unlucky not to score against Portsmouth where he hit the post. But yeah, Ivan Azon, or Athon, or however you pronounce it, or whatever, I think, yeah, that looks good. And I'd really, really back him to score. In terms of score predictions, everyone's predictions are up here. I'm going for a 2-1 Town win. I think it's going to be tight, and I think we must not underestimate Bristol City, but I am backing us. I'm hoping that, you know, I know it was a win and we've already won against Sheffield United and all the rest of it, but the performance, we turned a corner. I felt we turned a real corner on Saturday, and I'm hoping that we can continue that, take the momentum. So here's my score prediction. Here's everyone else's score prediction as well. As you can see, we've all gone for a win. So yeah, man, hopefully come 9:30, 9:35, whatever time the game ends tonight, we're celebrating 3 points and we're seeing Town kind of go up that table. We know that the home form's good, but if we are serious about getting back out of this league and getting promoted, we now need to start picking up points on the road. And we're going to have to start beating people like Bristol City who are going to be promotion rivals. You know, they're up there. You know, we got to beat people like that. If we want to be the top 1, 2 or 3 teams in this division, we've got to start putting the gauntlet down now, and we've got to say, look, we're here, we're ready, this is Ipswich Town, and we're going back to the Prem. But at the moment, I ain't seen it happen once away from home. So I'm hoping today is a new dawn or whatever, and like I said, we can kick on. Anyway, it's getting close to kick off, so I'll catch you all in there. See you later, peeps. Go on, Azon. Nice, nice. Fuck off. How much space has he got? Here we go, here we go. Let's clear our lines and let's hit him on the fucking brake, lads. Here we go, come on. I'm going to keep this short and maybe not so sweet, but positives, let's start with the positives. I think, you know, second half, well, let's start from the beginning. Team selection on paper looked okay, and we started brightly. Like, we had possession, we were getting at them, but we were doing the same thing we do where we pass and we're not really clinical enough. So that was a bit of a annoyance, if you like. And then, yeah, man, it's a set piece. I mean, I did say in my preview that it'll either be a set piece or a ball over the top. And to be fair, there's a few balls over the top where we got, you know, caught out. And if they took their chances properly, or, you know, could finish their dinner, then we could have been 2-0 down at half time. The set piece obviously comes in. I think McAteer loses man. McAteer, Greaves go there, and the guy gets behind Furlong. Between three of them, the guy heads it in. Could and should Palmer do better? Possibly. It goes right at him, and we know that reactions is his strength. So that was a disappointing goal to concede. And then it was just a case of saying, let's get to half time and let's hopefully you know, come out a different beast. And we did. We started off second half really brightly. We got at them and we were starting to create some chances now. We were actually getting in their box and creating those opportunities. I think Hursty, when he come on, did really well. Azon was a bit unlucky. He didn't really find his feet today, I don't think. And Nunes, he was a bit hit and miss at times. But then in that second half, I thought he was a lot stronger and creating chances. The penalty, it's a really good move by Akpom to get goal side of his defender. It is a penalty. He's chopped down, and look, fair play to Jack Clark. I'm not particularly impressed with him this season, but credit where it's due. Still a pressure moment to step up, and that's 2 penalties for him now. So he's staking a claim to be penalty taker possibly. So yeah, we got the goal, and then after that there were a few chances. It was just that final third or the final thing. Even the final ball wasn't great. There's the free kick right at the end where Sindre Waliegli sends it sky high somehow, and then the second one Furlong puts in a good area, but no one really gets there. Hursty had a few chances. There was a good corner that Jaden whipped in, and Hursty, really, if he hits the target, that goes in. I just think overall we weren't at the races. We weren't we haven't seen, apart from the Portsmouth game, we haven't seen a game where we've been really, really good. So was it surprising we drew? Probably not. Bristol City, you know, they play some good football. I think they're really, you know, they transition from defence to attack really well. Reminds me of what we were like in that championship season when we got promoted. You know, they go from back to front really well, and they are dangerous, and they will beat a lot of teams at Ashton Gate this season. And I think they'll definitely be in the top 6 come the end of the season. So overall, you probably at the end of the season will look at it and say that's a good solid point. But I think, you know, if we took our chances and we showed up in the first half, we could have left Bristol with 3 points. In terms of player ratings, I actually thought, he's not in my top 3, but I thought actually Jacob Greaves had a better than usual game. He still wants to wait for the bounce, which is annoying. But I thought he did pretty well. But top 3 for me, I think Dara O'Shea, I think, had a really solid game, particularly in the second half. First half, I think he was caught out a few times, but second half, I thought he looked really, really good. Matisiwa, I thought he was really good as well. And then for me, man of the match, people may disagree, but Leif Davis. I think Leif Davis was our best player on the pitch. He created a lot of chances, got forward really well, defended really well. You know, it's a different partnership now with Jack Clark, and he still looked solid. So yeah, really good performance from Leafy. He's my man of the match. So yeah, man, hopefully we look back at the end of the season and think that's a really good, solid point. But we need to, like I said, we need to start picking up 3 points on the road. And if we are to go up in the top 2, Bristol City are the teams that we need to be beating. Your Bristols, your Coventrys, your Leicesters. You know, we've got to play Borough after the international break as well. But before that, we got a little game with a certain team. It's County v County as we take on the Scum on Sunday. I will be dropping a match preview on Thursday. And big up this legend, Mr. Nunes. I said to him after the game, make sure you crunch all those Scummers. And we had a few words with all the other players as well, try to get them fired up, and they don't need any more motivation. But yeah, big game on Sunday. We're a different beast at home. Like I said, I'll do a match preview for that. And it's 11:15, and I'm going to get up the M5 and get home. Catch you later, peeps.